of our subject social science. Here we have already started lesson 7, India, location, border, area and physiography. So we are continuing the chapter. In the previous session, I have explained you about the area, about the border, about the location of our country, India. Yes, we also came to know that what is the total area of our country, from what is the distance from north to south and east to west, and also we have started the first part of the physiography, that is the northern mountain ranges. Here we have continued that part of northern mountain ranges. If I talk about the first part of the Himalayas, that is the mountain ranges of Himalayas, here you can see in our country India, the Himalaya mountain ranges are started from this north point. They are extended up to east, Arunachal Pradesh or Assam, the last point. But what are the famous peaks? What are the famous mountain ranges which are there in our Himalayas? First one is Mount Godwin Austen Peak of India. That is the highest peak in our country India, and it is 8,611 meters high. Then it lies in the Karakoram range. ये जो mountain की peak है वो Karakoram range में located है. Then there is Mount Everest, which is tallest peak in the world. That is 8,848 meters high, and it is located in the Himalaya range, but it is located in Nepal. Yes, you have to remember it is not in our country India. It is located in Nepal. Here Kanchenjunga is wrong. You have to make the correction. That is 8,586. I cannot make here, but you have to make in the textbook. Its height is 8,586 meters. Nanda Devi 7,817 meters. And Badrinath 7,138 meters. These are all the high peaks located in the mountain regions of Himalaya. These सारे peaks which are famous, these all are located in the mountainous regions of Himalayas. Himalayas में ये सारी peaks, mountains हमें दिखाई देते हैं. Coming to the next topic, mountainous regions of Eastern Himalayas. Now Eastern Himalayas एक अलग part है. It is a different part, and we are going to learn about Eastern Himalayas also. Eastern part of the Himalayas is mountainous regions. Here I am talking about this area, which is in the brown color, which you can see. Eastern part of the Himalayas, there we can find Patpoi and Lushai hills. These are the very high hills in this part, and whereas Garo, Khasi, Jaintia and Naga, these hills are not that much high, but they belong to this part. They belong to the southern Himalayas from the east-west direction. East-west direction में जो south side southern Himalayas कहेंगे, उसको हमने वहाँ पे हमने खासी, जैंतिया, नागा hills we can find it out. This was the famous peaks, mountain ranges which are there in our Himalaya ranges. Coming to our next topic, plains of North India. Very interesting topic. Plains of North India. Here it is also called Northern Plains. In this topic, the another name of this plains of North India is Northern Plains. Now, how this plain is made up of? This land, these plains are made up of the fertile alluvium जो हमारी rivers है हिमालय mountain से जो यहाँ नीचे की तरफ rivers flow हो रही हैं, that rivers have brought that alluvium deposits, and they have deposited the alluvium, the sediments उन्होंने जो deposit कर दिया है. Through this, ये जो हमारा आपको plain area दिख रहा है yellow color में, they have formed. Himalaya and peninsular rivers जो वो लेकर आती है. They cover the vast area of northern India. ये हमारे इंडिया के सबसे ज्यादा जो नॉर्थ पार्ट है, this part is covered by the northern plains, इसलिए उसको plain area कहा जाता है. And that is why it is known as plains of North India. The plains made by the rivers are also vast. That is one of the largest plain in the world. So इसमें जो rivers ने इतना सारा plains area बना रखा है, it is the largest in the world, as they have deposited so much alluvium, and it is very fertile. That is why agricultural area is possible to grow crops. It is possible there to do agriculture. It is possible there to grow crops, and that is why we find mostly we can find all the resources abundantly. That is why people are very much eager to settle down there. And that is the reason why these plains is one of the most prosperous and populated areas of India. It is यही रीजन है जिसकी वजह से स्पोकलेन एरिया सबसे ज्यादा prosperous and populated है. Now moving to the next page. Coming to the next page, here you can see another map. This map is showing us the major rivers and the lakes of our country India. Here also there are blanks which we have to fill. Again, I am going to show you through this map the rivers. First of all, we will see all the rivers. In the south there is Kaveri, then Tungabhadra, Krishna. Here you can see the river Sabarmati, which is in our Gujarat, Ahmedabad. Then Tapi, Narmada, Mahi. And the main important thing, yes, the first question, which is rivers which are flowing from Himalayas, we have to cover that. And yes, you have to write in the textbook and you have to fill this blank. First of all, here, if I talk about the first river, from Himalaya से कौन सी river flow होती है? First one is here you can see Jhelum, then Chenab, Satluj, and then here you can see Ganga, Gomti, Gagra, Gandhar, Kosi. If you will refer your textbook clearly, you can see जो हिमालय से rivers flow होती है उसके बारे में बात हो रही है यहाँ पे, and that we have to write. You can write as much as you want, you can learn as much, but here you have to write about 6. Then coming to the lakes. Lakes, this sign is mentioning the lakes on the map. This is the symbol of lake, and here there is Pulicat, Sambhar, Bular, Dal, Chilka, and many lakes are there. These are the major lakes of our country. These are the major lakes of our country, India. So this was about the map. Go through this map, learn the rivers name which are on the east side, west side, north and south, and we will again discuss it in the live session. Don't worry. Coming to the next point, that is topic number 3, Central and Deccan Plateaus of India. The Central and Deccan Plateaus of India, that is, first of all, Deccan Plateau lies to the south, and they are central. Here you can see the Central Plateau. थोड़ा सा south side है, okay, and they are spread like triangle. Here you can see the shape, triangle shape form हो रहा है, and they are also called peninsular plateaus because it is triangle in shape and it is surrounded by water bodies. Water, Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal. That is why it is a triangular shape, and that is why ये peninsular इसको name दिया गया है. It is the oldest landmass of the rock. यहाँ पे ये जो rock बना हुआ है landform वो सबसे पुराना है. It is the oldest landform, and यहाँ पे here you can see the river Narmada and Shon. यहाँ पे अगर आप यहाँ देखोगे clearly, there you can find Narmada river, and the Shon river is not given, but yes, it is there in these plateaus, and they have made the rift valleys and between the mountains there is river passing through. एक तरह की valleys बनाई गई यहाँ पे. That is why it is looking very beautiful और अच्छे से इन plateaus बहुत ही scenic view देती है. Next, if we talk further, these plateaus are divided further into 2 parts. First one is the Mala plateau. The north side, here you can see Mala plateau, and this is the Deccan plateau. Okay. The soil of the plateau is not very fertile. Soil fertile नहीं. Black soil we can get it here, and black soil is actually black soil is very much helpful in cultivation of cotton. So cotton is possible, but other crops we cannot grow. So that is why agriculture is less, and that is why this area yields a variety of crops. कुछ variety जो black soil में हम लोग करती है, and also treasure of minerals. Remember this word. This plateau is a treasure of minerals. Minerals बहुत ज़्यादा वहाँ पे पाए जाते हैं. Dug करके हम we can extract many minerals, and it is why it is called treasure. खजाना है minerals का. I hope that these topics are clear. Moving to next topic. So coastal plains, actually it is the sea coast, जो समुद्र का किनारा है हमारे इंडिया का, वहाँ की बात हो रही है. And India surrounded by seas on all the 3 sides. The coastline is approximately 7,517 km long. Underline this line. The coastline is approximately 7,517 km long. Question can be asked as what is the total coastline? तो आपको ये remember करना है. The coastal regions is made up of narrow plains. अब यहाँ पे जो coastal region रहेगा उसमें narrow plains है. That means the ocean lies on one side of the coastal plain while the peninsula plateaus lies on the other side. ये as in the previous टॉपिक हमने पढ़ लिया that from the south side वो इंडिया का शिप नैरो है, that is why ये थोड़ा नैरो शिप रहता है कोस्टल प्लेन में, वहाँ पे हमारा पेनिनसुलर प्लेट्यू भी आ जाता है, so it is very narrow. The region lying to the east of the Eastern Ghats is known as the Eastern Coastal Plains. Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats, जो Eastern Ghats के पास में आएगा that is the Eastern Coastal Plains and the Western Ghats, जो Western Ghats के बिल्कुल पास coastal area that is the Western Coastal Plains. Major cities or ports which are situated in the Eastern Coastal Plains are Puducherry, Chennai, Puducherry, Machilipatnam and Visakhapatnam. It is also called Vizag, and here you can call Pondicherry also. So these are the major ports which are located here. Talking about the Western Coastal Plains, it is also actually Western Coastal Plains is narrower than Eastern Coastal Plains, and this area is having black fertile soil which with alluvium deposits which is conducive to the growth of crops. Agriculture is possible as there are for this fertile soil. Western Coastal Plain is renowned for its transportation services. Transportation services, here we are talking about the sea transportation, okay, water transportation we are talking about. So it is very important, वहाँ पे transportation possible है, and fishing industry भी possible है. Same way fishing industry is also there in the eastern coastal areas. Major cities or ports are Mumbai, Kandla, Mangaluru, Kalighat and Thiruvananthapuram. These all are the cities which are located in Western Coastal Plains. Archipelagos and islands. Yes, I know that you have not heard the word archipelagos, but islands you have heard. What do you mean by islands? Island is a piece of a land smaller than a continent. It is smaller than a continent and it is a piece of land surrounded by water from all the sides. Okay, it is island. And what is archipelagos? Archipelagos, a group of many such islands form an archipelago. When सारे islands जब छोटे छोटे मिल जाते हैं, means there is a distance, पानी का भी distance है, sea है, but then also they are located very nearby. That is called archipelago. As Lakshadweep is an archipelago. Archipelago islands है, वो बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे islands एक साथ group बना के. Next is Minicoy Island. These all are situated in the Arabian Sea, which is in the west. Next, Andaman Nicobar Islands is there. It is also archipelago. वो भी बहुत islands के group है, and it is situated in Bay of Bengal, east of India. Desert area, very interesting topic. Desert area. I know that might of you have visited the desert Rajasthan. In this area, it is in the west side of the Aravalli mountain range. ये Aravalli mountains के west side पे आता है, and also it is sandy, soil sandy है, climate is dry and unbearable. There we don't have any kind of humidity. बहुत dry climate है और वहाँ पे रहना possible नहीं है because बहुत hot area. Yes, some are living there, but mostly they are the people from that area only. So the climate is unbearable. Most of the time this region receives less than 20 centimeter of annual rainfall. Rainfall is very less as it faces water shortage. पानी की बहुत shortage face होगी because rainfall is not there, and that is why if rainfall is not there, land will be dry, barren and uninhabited. Means people mostly do not settle down there. वहाँ पे रहने की कोशिश नहीं करते. Due to the scarcity of water and availability of basic necessities, क्यों लोग वहाँ पे settle down होने की कोशिश नहीं करते? Because वहाँ पे पानी नहीं है, natural resources नहीं है, and also population इसलिए बहुत ही कम रहेगी. Date palms, yes, date palms. I know you know date palms and caravans pulled by camels are seen in this region. वहाँ पे राजस्थान में हमें देखते हो क्या मिलता है? Date palms and caravans. And North Rajasthan is being irrigated through the river Satluj via the Indira Canal. Now you will say, ma'am, now you have told that there is agriculture is not possible, but our government has started a new program, that is Indira Canal project. They have started through the Satluj river. They are trying to provide the water in some areas of that desert so that agriculture in some areas can be possible. And that is why they are successful in doing this, and that is why that area is now turning in the area. That area is now turning in a fertile area and favorable for agriculture growth. वो area growth agriculture की growth के लिए बहुत अच्छी मानी जाती है. The kind of desert in the Rann of Kutch differs from the desert of Rajasthan desert. Now last point is very important. It is very two deserts are there actually, Rajasthan desert and the Rann of Kutch, Kutch desert. These two are totally different from each other, and there is a reason. The Kutch desert is divided into two parts. First of all, Kutch desert, Rann of Kutch की बात करें तो it is divided into two parts, big run and small run. The soil of the Rann of Kutch is highly saline. Why these two are different? Because Rann of Kutch का जो soil है, it is white in color as you all know, and वो white क्यों? Because it is saline. Salt is mixed there. It was actually a type of a sea which is dried up now. So that is why the soil white होने की वजह से we feel like it has covered a white sheet. उसने एक white sheet खुद को ओढ़ के रखा हुआ है. And this is the only desert of its own kind in the world. पूरे अलग ही अपनी तरह की desert है. It means desert इसके जैसा दूसरा हमें world में नहीं देखने को मिलता. It is totally different, and that is why it is the important. It is a different desert. Okay. Now this was all about our lesson. I hope that you have understood all the topics very well, and we will meet in the next session. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.